Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to the today's top 50 MCQ session for the month of August 2022. And guys, this is the part 1 of this particular series in which we are going to discuss the top 50 MCQs from the month of August 2022, the very first week. And guys, this is basically a revision session of the fast track series that we are running on our EduTap YouTube channel. So this session is basically for the revision of the fast track series that we have covered in the last 1 week. Okay, जी? So this session is relevant for all the RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A and the SEBI Grade A exam. So guys, before starting the session, if you are new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of these sessions. To join the Telegram channel, kindly click on the link given in the description below. So guys, before starting with the session, there is a small instruction for all of you that all of you are required to calculate your scores, and at the end of the session, after watching the whole session and attempting all the questions, you are required to tell me in the comment section that what exactly the score that you have got in this session out of 50, because we are covering top 50 MCQs in this particular session from the last 1 week. ठीक है जी? So शुरू करते हैं अपना पहला question, and guys, here is the very first question of the today's session, and that is on a very important report, that is the agriculture census 2021-2022, which was released recently. So in this question, you are just required to tell me that what exactly is the addition of the agriculture census for the year 2021-2022. See, we all know that agriculture census is a very important and a must do report for the NABARD exam. ठीक है जी, NABARD grade exam के लिए agriculture census is very important, and that's why you are really required to cover this census very comprehensively in order to ace the exam. ठीक है? So when I talk about the right answer to this question, the right answer here is 11th edition. And this time guys, the data during the agriculture census 2021-2022, it is going to be collected using the smartphones and tablets. ठीक है जी? And this census is being conducted every 5 years. So these are the important things that you should remember. Apart from that, you are also required to cover all the important findings related to this syllabus, and we are not covering that particular part in this session. Okay, let's move on to the next question, and the next question is on that Indian Navy has recently received first rank of MH-60R helicopter from which of the following nations? So you are just required to tell me the name of the country from which Indian Navy is going to receive these particular helicopter from one of the countries. And guys, here when I talk about the right answer to this question is option A, that is USA. So India is going to get these particular helicopters from the USA. And guys, there is one more important point, that HAL, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and Safran Helicopter Engineers have signed an MOU recently in order to build a joint venture for the building of helicopter engines. So this is once more an important part that you should remember from the exam point of view. Let's move on to the next question. And the next question is India's first teaching robot, which has been introduced by the Indus International School, which is in Hyderabad, Telangana. So you are just required to tell me that what exactly is the name of that particular robot. See, a very important innovation when we talk about in terms of education. So here, what exactly makes this question important? That is these two words, that is India's first. So this robot, this teaching robot, is India's first teaching robot, and that is why it is important. So when I talk about the right answer guys, it is option D, that is Eagle. And here you can see that this robot is basically capable to teach students from class 5th to 11th, and it is also going to assist the teachers as well in the teaching. So that is why here you can see that Eagle is the right answer to the India's first teaching robot. I hope this clear. Moving on to the next question, and the next question, you are required to tell me the name of the country with which Indian Vegetable Oil Producer Association has signed an MOU. See, whenever there is an MOU, we always tell you that what you are required to remember, first of all, the name of the parties between which the MOU has been signed, and second important thing is the aim. So here aim is very clear, that basically for the Palm Oil Council this particular MOU has been signed. ठीक है जी? Sorry, this particular MOU has been signed with the Palm Oil Council of one of the countries by the Indian Vegetable Oil Producer Association, and for the promotion of the palm oil, basically this particular MOU has been signed. So you are required to tell me that this Palm Oil Council with which the MOU has been signed by the Indian Vegetable Oil Producers Association, ये basically कौन सी country की palm oil council है? That is what you are required to tell me. And here the right answer is Malaysia. So guys, here Malaysia was the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. And the next question is related to the Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank of India has once again granted extra time to the payment aggregators who are seeking authorization under the Payment and Settlement System Act 2007. So you are just required to tell me that this extra time will end by which particular date? Is it September 30, 2022, December 31, 2022, March 31, August 31, or August 31, 2022, or 2023? So that is what you are required to tell me. See, whenever such kind of declarations are being made in the circulars released by the Reserve Bank of India, they are very important, that we are basically allowing this for that particular time, and that timeline becomes also important because a question can be asked in the exam on that timeline. So guys, when I talk about the right answer to this question, the right answer is September 30, 2022. And here a very important point that you should note down, that these payment aggregators must have a net worth of rupees 15 crores, and for that as well the Reserve Bank of India has given a timeline that by March 31, 2022, which has already passed, the payment aggregators must have a net worth of rupees 15 crores. So that is what you are required to remember from this news. Let's move on to the next question, and the next question is related to the Bandhan Bank. So guys, it has recently opened a new currency chest in the Didarganj, Patna, Bihar. You are required to tell me, see, basically this particular part is that Bandhan Bank has come up with this new currency chest, but this question is all on the currency chest. And here you are required to tell me that which of the following statements best describes the term करेंसी चेस्ट. तो करेंसी चेस्ट को कौन सी स्टेटमेंट यहाँ पर डिस्क्राइब करती है प्रॉपरली, दैट इज व्हाट यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी. Is it depositories established by the RBI to facilitate the distribution of the new currencies notes? Depositories established by RBI to facilitate recycling of old notes? Or the depositories established by RBI to retain the cash reserve ratios of the bank? So that is what you are required to tell me. So guys, here when I talk about the right answer is option E, that is all A, B and C are correct in terms of the currency chest, the statements which are being mentioned here. And there is one more important point that you should remember from the RBI 2021 annual report, and that is presently in India there are 2878 currency chests. So these numbers are the updated numbers from the recent reports, and that's why you are really required to remember this from the exam point of view. Now guys, the next question is you are required to tell me the name of the insurance company which has partnered with a policy bazaar to launch OPD add-on insurance cover for the customers to address their health and wellness needs. तो जो customers की health और wellness needs को ठीक है एड्रेस करने के लिए जो इंश्योरेंस कवर लॉन्च किया है जिसका प्रोडक्ट का नाम है दैट इज ओपीडी एड ऑन. तो ये आपको बताना है कि कौन सी इंश्योरेंस कंपनी के साथ पॉलिसी बाजार ने रिसेंटली लॉन्च किया है. एंड हियर गाइस द राइट आंसर टू द क्वेश्चन इज आदित्य बिरला हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस. So this is the right answer. Let's move on to the next report, and the next question is from the Kantar India report. So here you are required to tell me the brand which has been chosen as the most chosen FMCG brands in India as per this report, which has been mentioned in the question, that is the Kantar India report. So guys, we always tell you that whenever you find such kind of reports, you are always required to remember that what exactly is the top performer, कौन सी organization ने इसको release किया है, framework क्या है उसका. But see guys, in this particular part you are just required to remember that what exactly is a top ranker. And guys, here the right answer to this particular question is option E, that is Parle. And here you can see the whole list, the whole top 10 brands of the India which are being chosen as the most chosen FMCG brands. ठीक है जी, so top 10 आप देख सकते हैं, that is Parle products, Amul, Britannia, Clinic Plus and so on. The whole list has been mentioned here, but you are required to remember only the top performer of this particular list. Now the next question is on the Vikrant, which is India's first indigenous aircraft carrier. You are required to tell me that which company has basically built this aircraft carrier, that is Vikrant. See guys, this is India's first indigenous aircraft carrier. That is why it is really very important. So when I talk about the right answer to this question, it is option A, that is Cochin Shipyard. So Cochin Shipyard has come up with the India's first indigenous aircraft carrier, a very probable question for the exam point of view. ठीक है जी, तो यहाँ पर कुछ additional information mentioned है, you can just go through them on your own. Now let's move on to the next question, and the next question is Google has recently partnered with which of the following companies to offer a detailed look at any street or location in 10 cities of India. So we all know that street view is coming in India. So now you are required to tell me कि कौन सी companies के साथ उसने यहाँ पर recently partner किया है for this particular purpose. So here the options are Genesis International, Tech Mahindra, Infosys. Option D is saying both A and B, and option E is saying both A and C. So guys, here the right answer to the question is option D, that is both A and B, that is Genesis International and Tech Mahindra. So these are the right answers to this particular question, guys. I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Now I would like to tell you that there is one more very important point that you should remember, that recently Google along with NASSCOM have launched DG Vani. सी ये जो डीजी वानी है एक कॉल सेंटर है, उसको लॉन्च किया था फॉर द वुमेन्स, ताकि जो वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं उनके लिए नैसकॉम के साथ गूगल ने मिलकर डीजी वानी कॉल सेंटर लॉन्च किया था, एंड दैट इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इनिशिएटिव दैट यू शुड रिमेंबर फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. ठीक है जी. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज ऑन द मुख्यमंत्री महात्री न्याय रथ. तो यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी जस्ट द नेम ऑफ द स्टेट. सो गाइस क्विकली टेल मी इन द कमेंट सेक्शन कि क्या है उस स्टेट का नाम जिसने की मुख्यमंत्री महात्री न्याय रथ को लॉन्च किया है. इज इट मध्य प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़, हिमाचल प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, उत्तर प्रदेश? So guys, here see, whenever such kind of unique initiatives are being taken, you are always required to remember that what exactly is the name of the state which has come up with that particular initiative. And guys, here the right answer is Chhattisgarh. So Chhattisgarh government has come up with this particular initiative, that is Mukhyamantri Mahatri Nyay Rath. And why exactly it has been launched? The purpose behind that is to spread legal awareness among the women. ठीक है जी. और उसके साथ स्लोगन था दैट बात है अभिमान के, महिला मान के, सम्मान की. तो दैट इज द स्लोगन एंड द नेम ऑफ द स्टेट इज छत्तीसगढ़, दैट यू शुड रिमेंबर फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, you are required to tell me the name of the companies which have partnered in order to build a 50 gigawatt hours advanced chemistry cell battery storage. So you are required to tell me the name of the countries who have partnered, sorry, the name of the companies which have partnered in order to build this 50 gigawatt hours of advanced chemistry cell battery storage under the PLI scheme. So guys, here the right answer to the question is option E, that is both all Reliance, Ola and Rajesh Exports. All these three entities have come up together for this particular initiative that they are going to take under the PLI scheme. Next question. So guys, here the next question is related to the International Tiger Day, which is celebrated across the world. So you are required to tell me that by what exactly is the date when the International Tiger Day is being celebrated across the world. And here the options are 16th July, 15th July, 25th July, 29th July or the 20th July. So quickly tell me in the comment section that what exactly is the date. So we always tell you that whenever you find a important day, what you are required to do, you are required to remember the date as well as the theme. ठीक है जी. तो यहाँ पर डेट की जब हम बात करें तो हेयर डेट when I talk about the International Tiger Day, it is 29th July when it is being celebrated. ठीक है जी. So basically it is being celebrated to create awareness about the decreasing population of the tigers. Now there is one more date, that is Earth Overshoot Day, which is being celebrated on 28th of July. ठीक है. So guys, यहाँ पर आपके लिए एक होमवर्क है कि आपको मुझे बताना है कि बेसिकली जो वर्ल्ड रेंजर डे है, सी हमने यहाँ पर 2 डेज ऑलरेडी कर लिए हैं, आपको मुझे बताना है होमवर्क के अंदर दैट व्हेन विल वी सेलिब्रेट द वर्ल्ड रेंजर डे इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. तो प्लीज क्विकली टेल मी व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द राइट आंसर. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज ऑन द 44th चेस ओलंपियाड 2022. सो गाइस, वी ऑल नो दैट कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स आर आल्सो गोइंग ऑन इन बर्मिंघम, बट हियर यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी about the 44th Chess Olympiad 2022, which is taking place in India, and you are required to tell me the name of the place which is hosting this particular event. Is it Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Kolkata or Ahmedabad? And guys, it is none other than option B, that is Chennai in Tamil Nadu, which is hosting the 44th Chess Olympiad 2022, a very important event when we talk about chess. Next question. So the next question is, you are required to tell me the name of the organization or the department which has developed 3 labor indicators which are based on the periodic labor force survey. तो periodic labor force survey के ऊपर base उन्होंने 3 labor indicators launch किए हैं. You are just required to tell me the name of the organization. So guys, when we talk about the periodic labor force survey, it is being launched by the NSO, and that is why here once again the right answer to this is National Statistical Office. ठीक है. तो 3 indicators है क्या? These 3 indicators are basically that proportion of employed working part-time by 6, then proportion of employed who are employer by 6, and then the third indicator is employment rate of the person aged 25 to 49 living in a household with at least one child under age 3 years with no children under age 3 years living in the household by 6. So guys, recently these 3 indicators have been launched by the NSO that we are required to remember. Let's move on to the next question, and the next question is, you are required to tell me, see, recently the renaming, we have discussed in the past week that renaming of some cities was being done in Maharashtra, for example Dharaship. But here the renaming of a point has been done, that is 0.5140. So you are required to tell me that what exactly is the name of that particular point, the new name of that point, because it has been renamed to mark the victory of Operation Vijay. And guys, we all know that we recently celebrated Kargil Divas. So guys, please tell me that what exactly is the right answer. It is Tiger Hill, Tashi Hill, Tololing Hill, Gun Hill, or Martyr Hill. So guys, here the right answer to the question is Gun Hill, that is option D. So 0.5140 at Dras sector has been named as Gun Hill, that is you are required to remember from the exam point of view. Okay ji, moving on to the next question. So the next question is, RBI has recently and temporarily allowed merchants and the payment aggregators to save the कार्ड ऑन फाइल डेटा. सी यहाँ पर बात हो रही है जो हमारे कार्ड ऑन फाइल डेटा है उसके बारे में, और आपको मुझे बताना है कि ये जो उन्होंने अलाउ किया है मर्चेंट्स और पेमेंट एग्रीगेटर्स को. See, there is a maximum period of this, and what exactly is the maximum period of that? That is what in the question is asking. That you are required to tell me in the comment section for or till the settlement date, whichever is earlier. So guys, here it is T+1, T+4, T+2, T+3, or none of the above. And here guys, the right answer to the question is T+4. So here you can see that RBI has temporarily allowed merchants and payment aggregators to save the card on file data for a maximum period of transaction date plus 4 days or till the settlement date, whichever is earlier. So this is what you are required to remember. The very important thing is that transaction date plus 4 days till what time this particular has been allowed by the Reserve Bank of India. ठीक है जी, let's move on to the next question. The next question is on the Bank of Baroda. See guys, Bank of Baroda ने recently credit card launch किया है servicing mobile app Bob Card in collaboration with which of the following companies? So you are required to tell me the name of the company. See, when I talk about the Bank of Baroda, whenever you find any kind of such bank in the news, what you are required to do, you are required to remember that what exactly the name of MD and CEO of that particular bank as well as the tagline. So guys, I am telling you that the MD and CEO of the Bank of Baroda is Sanjeev Chadha ji. ठीक है जी? And you are required to tell me in the comment section that what exactly is the tagline of the Bank of Baroda. ठीक है? So when I talk about the right answer to this question, it is basically IBM, with which Bank of Baroda has launched this credit card. Now let's move on to the next question. The next question is, you are required to tell me the name of the company here which has become India's first private sector company to produce and deliver the wheeled combat ready vehicles. तो इनमें से कौन सी कंपनी इंडिया की पहली प्राइवेट सेक्टर कंपनी बनी है which has produced and delivered wheeled combat ready vehicles? And guys, here the right answer is Tata Advanced Systems Limited. That is what the right answer to this question. Now next move on to the next question. So we all know that recently Make in Odisha Conclave 2022 is being taking place. So for this, Odisha has signed a MOU with which one of the following organizations for this Make in Odisha Conclave 2022? You are just required to tell me the name of the body with which Odisha government has signed this MOU. And guys, here the options are FICCI, CII, Niti Aayog, Associated Chambers of Commerce and Industry of India, then none of the above. So guys, here we all know that whenever there is an MOU, you are required to remember the name of the party. So one party is the Odisha, second party is Federation of the Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, that is FICCI. ठीक है जी, I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is, Andaman and Nicobar Command has signed MOU with the Airport Authority of India to boost inter-island connectivity under Dash scheme in the Port Blair. So here you are required to basically tell me the name of the scheme under which Andaman and Nicobar Command has signed the MOU with the Airport Authority of India. And the reason behind this MOU is to boost the inter-island connectivity. And guys, we all know that for this regional connectivity, which scheme has been launched by the Government of India, and we all know that it is UDAN, that is Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, and that is what is the right answer to this particular question, that is UDAN. Moving on to the next question. So guys, here a very simple question, a halwa question, but you can see that how it can be made tricky. We all know that WHO has declared monkeypox as PHEIC. So अब monkeypox, see guys, we have seen COVID and now it is a monkeypox, which is basically alarming the health associations across the world. But now you are required to tell me that as WHO has declared monkeypox as a PHEIC, so what does E stands for in this PHEIC? Is it education, external, emergency, epidemic, or exigency? And guys, here option C is the right answer, that is emergency. So यहाँ पर PHEIC की full form क्या है? That is also required to be remembered from the exam point of view, that is Public Health Emergency of International Concern, that is what PHEIC stands for. ठीक है, next question. So the next question, you are required to tell me the name of one of the organizations जिसको recently, see, Here, one of these particular organizations has decided to help JSW Steel to meet its decarbonization goals. तो जो JSW Steel है वो अपने decarbonization goals को meet करने के लिए उन्होंने कौन से ग्रुप के साथ MOU साइन किया है या फिर किसको डिसाइड किया है जो कि उसको गाइड करेगा टू decarbonize for its decarbonization goals. So guys, here the options are Boston Consulting Group, KPMG, Ernst & Young, Deloitte, or PricewaterhouseCoopers. So guys, here the right answer to the question is Boston Consulting Group, with which is going to help the JSW Steel to meet its decarbonization goals. A very, very important initiative. So let's move on to the next question. So guys, next question, we all know that here HDFC is going to acquire the HVCL. But यहाँ पर HVCL को acquire करने के लिए जो HDFC है वो SBI के कितने % stakes को buy out करने वाला है? That is what is being asked in the question. So whenever there are such kind of acquisitions, you are always required to remember that what exactly is the percentage of the stake that it is basically taking place. So guys, here the right answer to the question is option C, that is 19.5% the stakes of SBI which the HDFC is going to buy out in order to acquire HVCL. ठीक है? Moving on to the next question. The next question is on the Swami Vivekananda Yuva Shakti scheme. Quickly tell me the name of the state which has come up with this particular scheme. That is Swami Vivekananda Yuva Shakti scheme. Whenever such kind of schemes are being launched by the state government, you are required to remember that what exactly is the state, the aim of launching this particular scheme, उसके features क्या हैं, किस year में launch की थी, that is what you are required to remember. And guys, here the right answer is Karnataka. So Karnataka government has basically launched this particular scheme and this is basically to empower the rural youth. ठीक है जी, I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next question, and the next question is related to a book. So here the question is, the book is The Journey of a Nation, 75 Years of Indian Economy, Re-emerge, Reinvest, Re-engage. So you are required to tell me the name of the author. Whenever a book is being launched, always you are required to remember that what exactly is the name of the author who has authored that particular book. And when I talk about The Journey of a Nation, 75 Years of Indian Economy, Re-emerge, Reinvest and Re-engage, the right answer is Sanjay Baru. So Sanjay Baru is the right answer, guys. Let's move on to the next question. The next question, you are required to tell me the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. See, this day is being celebrated on 30th of July. You are required to tell me that what exactly is the theme of this particular day. ठीक है जी? So we always tell you that whenever there is a day, you are required to remember the date as well as what exactly is the theme. So guys, here the right answer to this question is use and abuse of technology. That is the theme of the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. So guys, here very, very important thing that we are also celebrating the breastfeeding week from 1st to 7th of August. ठीक है जी. सो गाइस, जब मैं इसकी बात करूं तो इसका जो हमारा थीम है, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द थीम ऑफ द ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग वीक विच इज बीइंग सेलिब्रेटेड फ्रॉम 1st to 7th of August. It is basically step up for breastfeeding, educate and support. So this is what the theme of this is all about, and here this was the right answer, guys. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is the 4th edition of joint military exercise Al Najaf 4. You are required to tell me that in which one of the following countries this particular exercise was being held. कौन सी कंट्री के साथ इंडिया ने इस पर्टिकुलर एक्सरसाइज को हेल्ड किया है? That is what you are required to tell me. So guys, this particular exercise was basically held in Rajasthan. एंड कौन सी कंट्री के साथ हुआ है? द नेम ऑफ दैट कंट्री इज ओमान. ठीक है जी. सो ओमान के साथ किया है इंडिया ने पर्टिकुलर एक्सरसाइज. नेम ऑफ द एक्सरसाइज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. द टू एंटिटीज, दैट इज इंडिया एंड ओमान, and the location. These are the three important dimensions you are required to remember from the exam point of view. Let's move on to the next question. So now the next question is related to the Bloomberg Billionaire Index, and you are required to tell me that इसमें से कौन सी इंडिया की richest woman है as per the recently released Bloomberg Billionaires Index. So guys, it is Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, Savitri Jindal, Falguni Nair, Roshni Nadar or Vandana Luthra. So what exactly is the right answer? Quickly tell me in the comment section. Asia's richest woman as per the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. And guys, here the right answer to the question is option B, that is Savitri Jindal, who was also the chairperson emeritus of OP Jindal Group. That is what you are required to remember. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is a very, very simple question. See, here it is being mentioned that Max Verstappen has won the F1 Grand Prix by defeating Lewis Hamilton of the Mercedes. But you are required to tell me that as Max Verstappen has won this race, so with which of the following teams that particular person is related to, is associated to. See, you are not just required to remember that who was the winner, you are also required to remember कि वो कौन सी कंट्री से बिलोंग करता है, उसने किसको डिफीट किया है। ठीक है जी, ये दोनों चीजें आपको याद रखना बेहद जरूरी है। एंड व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन दैट द टीम विद व्हिच मैक्स वर्स्टापन इज बेसिकली एसोसिएट टू, इट इज बेसिकली रेड बुल रेसिंग RBPT। दैट इज व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन। लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। सो द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी कि इसमें से कौन सी स्टेट के साथ MOU साइन किया है वेस्ट बंगाल गवर्नमेंट ने। एंड सी whenever there is an MOU there is an aim. What is the aim of that MOU? That is to prevent migration and trafficking of women. तो ये जो नोबल कॉज के लिए यहाँ पर MOU साइन हुआ है वेस्ट बंगाल का, you are just required to tell me the name of the state with which this MOU has been signed. And guys, here the right answer to the question is option A, that is महाराष्ट्र। तो महाराष्ट्र और वेस्ट बंगाल का ये एक MOU साइन हुआ है। और guys, ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग की बात करें तो हमने रिसेंटली डिस्कस किया था that there are the 6 states which have signed an MOU or declaration which is going to combat the human trafficking, and you are required to tell me that what exactly the name of those 6 states. See, I have already told you about this 6 states in the monthly marathon session as well. So quickly tell me what is the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. And the next question you are required to tell me that with which of the following organizations Arunachal Pradesh has inked an MOU for the enhancement of the learning outcome of students across 3000 plus government schools. तो कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ अरुणाचल प्रदेश गवर्नमेंट ने रिसेंटली ये MOU साइन किया है? That is what you are required to tell me. A very easy question, guys. We always tell you whenever there is an MOU, there are the parties which have signed that particular MOU. And here when I talk about the name of the parties, so it is basically option E, that is Niti Aayog and Reach to Teach, which have signed an MOU with the Arunachal Pradesh in order to for the enhancement of the learning outcomes of students which are studying in 3000 plus government schools in Arunachal Pradesh. So this is the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is on the Pradhan Mantri Vay Vandana Yojana. See, this particular scheme has recently completed the 5 years. It was launched in 2017. So you are required to tell me कि कौन से ministry की ये particular scheme है. Minister of Finance, Women and Child Development, Health and Family Welfare, Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment, and the Minister of Tribal Affairs. See guys, whenever you find any kind of yojana, a scheme, you are required to remember कि कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री ने इसको लॉन्च किया है। ठीक है जी, उसके अलावा कौन से ईयर में उसको लॉन्च किया गया था, उसका एम क्या है, उसके पैरामीटर्स क्या हैं, beneficiaries kya hai. So these are all the important dimensions that you are required to remember from the exam point of view whenever you are covering any scheme. So guys, when I talk about the right answer to this question, the right answer here is Ministry of Finance, which is the right answer, which has come up with this particular scheme in year 2017. So guys, 2017 was the year when this particular scheme was being launched by the Ministry of Finance. Now the next question is related to the Muslim Women Rights Day 2022. You are required to tell me that on which day basically this day is being celebrated. Is it 2nd of August, 31st July, 1st August, 30th July, or the 3rd of August? Let's see who will answer the question correctly in the comment section. So guys, here the right answer is 1st of August. That is the Muslim Women Rights Day is being celebrated across the world on 1st of August every year. ठीक है जी. Now the next question. The next question is Responsible AI for the Youth 2022. It is being created by which of the following organizations? तो कौन सी organization का ये initiative है? That is Responsible AI for the Youth 2022. Let's see who will answer the question correctly. See guys, whenever such kind of initiatives are being launched, you are always required to remember that what are the organizations who are being involved in this particular initiative. And guys, here the right answer is both A and B, that is National E-Governance Division and Intel India. And why this particular initiative has been launched? Basically to boost understanding of artificial intelligence technology among the youngsters. We all know that AI is really a very emerging and it is very trending. So that's why our youngsters must also know it, because there is a lot of employment opportunities and innovation capabilities in the artificial intelligence technology. Okay ji, I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is on which of the following organizations has released the 4th book in a series on amphibians of the Northwestern Ghats? So amphibians of the Northwestern Ghat, and you are required to tell me the what exactly is the name of the organization which has come up with this particular book. And guys, here the right answer is Tata Power and Ella Foundation, which have together come up with this particular book, and the author of this book is Satish Pandey ji. ठीक है जी, तो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का नाम, अगर कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस पे इन्वॉल्व है उसका नाम भी आएगा, साथ में ऑथर का नाम भी याद रखना है, बुक का नाम तो याद रखना बेहद जरूरी है. Moving on to the next question. The next question is Indian Institute of Science has recently inked MOU with which of the following forces to boost self-reliance in the key technologies and collaborate on aviation research and development? तो आपको बताना है कि जो ISC ने, इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ साइंस ने रिसेंटली MOU साइन किया है, वो इसमें से कौन सी फोर्सेस के साथ साइन किया है टू बूस्ट सेल्फ रिलायंस इन द की टेक्नोलॉजीज? इज इट इंडियन नेवी, इंडियन एयरफोर्स, इंडियन आर्मी, इंडियन कोस्ट गार्ड, और नन ऑफ द अबव? सो यू आर जस्ट रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ द फोर्स, एंड गाइस हियर द राइट आंसर इज इंडियन नेवी. ठीक है जी, सो इंडियन नेवी हैज साइंड दिस MOU with the Indian Institute of Science. That is what you are required to remember. Let's move on to the next question, and the next question is, United Nations General Assembly has recently adopted a resolution. See guys, whenever a United Nations General Assembly holds, you are required to remember that a resolution or a declaration is being made or being adopted, and always you are required to remember that what exactly the name of that resolution is, that declaration is. So when I talk about this question, this question is on the similar dimensions only. So here you are required to tell me, you are required to fill up the blank which has been mentioned here with the appropriate option. And guys, here the right answer to this question is clean, healthy and sustainable environment. That means the name of the resolution was the human right to a clean, healthy and sustainable environment as a human right. So this is what the declaration was, the resolution was, which was being adopted during the United Nations General Assembly. Let's move on to the next question. So guys, the next question is, SEBI has recently postponed new mutual fund nomination rules. तो recently mutual funds nomination rules were being launched by the SEBI, but उन्होंने अब उसको postpone किया है, and you are required to tell me कि वो किस डेट तक उसको postpone किया गया है Security Exchange Board of India द्वारा. And guys, here the right answer to the question is October 1st, 2022. ठीक है जी. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is, recently Prime Minister of India has launched साबर डेयरी प्रोजेक्ट. यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी कि इसमें से कौन सी स्टेट के अंदर ये साबर डेयरी प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च किया गया था. इज इट महाराष्ट्र, गुजरात, मध्य प्रदेश, तेलंगाना और उत्तराखंड? एंड गाइस हियर द राइट आंसर इज गुजरात. ठीक है जी, आप देख सकते हैं साबरमती रिवर फ्रंट इज देयर इन अहमदाबाद, गुजरात. सो यहां पर आप उसको इस तरीके से भी याद रख सकते हैं दैट साबर डेयरी इज आल्सो इन द गुजरात. तो साबर डेयरी प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च बाय PM इन द स्टेट ऑफ गुजरात. Moving on to the next question. So guys, next question is on a web portal, that is Indian Virtual Herbarium web portal. You are just required to tell me that what exactly is the name of the organization which has developed this particular portal. So guys, this is basically the country's largest online herbarium database, and that is why it is important to be remembered. And guys, here the right answer is Botanical Survey of India. That is option A is the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is on the WinBEX 2022, a bilateral army exercise between India and Vietnam. You are required to tell me the state, the place where which this particular exercise was being held recently. So guys, here the right answer to the question is Chandi Mandir, which is located in Haryana, where this particular exercise was being held. ठीक है जी. So option B is the right answer to this question, that is Haryana. Let's move on to the next question. The next question, you are going to tell me that with which of the following has signed a deal with the Ministry of Defense for the supply of 9 integrated anti-submarine warfare complex MODC systems. See guys, the question that we have discussed in this particular session, they are really very important, and these are on the similar dimensions across which the questions are being asked in the exam as well, and that is why they are really very important to be covered. ठीक है. So here the right answer to the question is Bharat Electronics Limited, with which the MOU has been signed by the Ministry of Defense for the supply of 9 integrated anti-submarine warfare complex MODC systems. ठीक है जी. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question, you are once again required to tell me the name of the company which is going to roll out first in India seating system for the Vande Bharat trains. So basically they are going to launch 180-degree rotating seats for the Vande Bharat trains. So guys, here you are required to tell me that what exactly is the right answer to this particular question, the name of the company which has come up with this particular initiative which is going to roll out first in India seating system for the Vande Bharat trains, and here it is none other than Tata Steel. So Tata Steel is the right answer to this question. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question, you are required to tell me that recently the North Atlantic Ocean, Indian Navy has conducted the maritime partnership exercise along with the Navy of which one of the following countries? It's Japan, France, Australia, USA, or none of the above. So what exactly is the right answer to this question? You are just required to tell me the name of the company with which this maritime partnership exercise exercise has been taken place. So we have already covered two important exercises in this particular session, and this is the third exercise that we are discussing right now. And guys, here when I talk about the right answer is option B, that is France. So France is the right answer to this particular question, with which Indian Navy has conducted the maritime partnership exercise. Let's move on to the next question. And the next question is, which one of the following organizations has partnered with the SVC Cooperative Bank to extend refinance facility to facilitate an improved flow of credit to the MSMEs? See guys, here you are just required to tell me the name of the organization जिसके साथ पार्टनरशिप की गई है. And guys, here the right answer is SEBI. So guys, when I talk about the SEBI, once again you are required to remember that who is the chairman of SEBI, and it is basically S. Raman. ठीक है जी. तो यहां पर आपको ऐसे डेटास को, ऐसे फैक्ट्स को याद रखना है फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, विच आर रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. एंड गाइस, हियर द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज ऑन empower him. So this is one of the initiative taken by one of the Indian banks. And guys, this empower him is basically a first in the country career focused committee which will be established at bank, which seeks to address every issue at a grassroots level. एक grassroots level पर किसी भी issue को resolve करना is a very very important thing. ठीक है. So that is why such kind of committees will be set up, and the name of the initiative under which this will be set up is empower him. But now the very important thing, that which bank has come up with this initiative, that is what you are required to tell me guys. And here the right answer is option D, that is Union Bank of India, which has come up with this particular initiative. So let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, recently the government of India has announced the sale of 4 dated securities for an amount of dash. See, basically this particular sale will be conducted by the Reserve Bank of India on behalf of the government of India, and you are just required to tell me that what exactly the amount for which this particular sale will be conducted. And guys, here the right answer is option C, that is 33,000 crores. You must remember such kind of things because they are recently in the news and they are really very important from the exam point of view. Now you are required to tell me the name of the Indian state which has launched Mission Bhumiputra. So guys, Mission Bhumiputra for the digital issuance of the caste certificates for the students initiative, and you are required to tell me that which state has come up with this initiative. Is it Assam, West Bengal, Odisha, Rajasthan and Bihar? And whenever you find such kind of initiatives, you are always required to tell and remember that what exactly the name of the state which has come up with this initiative. And guys, here the right answer to the question is Assam. ठीक है जी. So Assam is the right answer. I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next question and the last session and the last question of our today's session. And guys, here you are required to tell me the name of the country which one of the following countries has recently won the first ever women's championship in Euro 2022. So Euro 2022 की पहली women's championship, उसका winner कौन है? That is what you are required to tell me. That team belongs to which country? See, I'm gonna give you a hint that this country, the team of this country has defeated Germany's team, and you are required to tell me that what exactly is the right answer to this particular question, that what exactly is the name of the winner's team. So guys, here the right answer to the question is England. So England has won the 2022 Union of European Football Association European Women's Football Championship after defeating Germany. So guys, this is what the right answer to this particular question. And now you all have a task. What exactly is the task? You are required to tell me your scores in the comment section out of 50, that how many questions you found correct in this session out of 50 questions from the exam point of view. ठीक है जी. So basically this is going to help in analyzing that what are the areas that you are required to work on, what are the topics where you are lagging, and that's how you can complement your preparation, you can balance out your preparation and ace in the exam. So guys, I hope that this session was really useful and fruitful to all of you. But before concluding the session guys, there is a good news for all of you, that we are running a combo sale and today is the last day for that particular sale. That is, we are offering flat 30% plus additional 20% off for the RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A and SEBI Grade A courses. And guys, in order to avail this particular offer, you are required to use the code COMBO which is going to expire today midnight. ठीक है जी. So do not forget to do this particular part. Let's move on to so that was all from the today's session guys. If you are having any queries, you can just drop a mail at hello@edutap.co.in, and you can also call us at 8146207241. So guys, I really believe that today's session was useful and fruitful to all of you. So I will be meeting you in the next session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.